this down. Okay. Benvenuti a tutti. Welcome, everybody. For those who don't know me, I'm Chuck Gilaretto. I'm the president of Fredericksburg-Este Association, sister city. I hope you enjoyed the refreshments and got to meet other people. All the minutes are right there, but they'll always be on the website. But in true Chuck fashion, I've delegated everything out. So what we're going to do, the annual report, Catherine here is going to give you an overview of everything that went on last year. So I'll let her start.
Well, I think what we have to do is ask, are the minutes approved as submitted?
So moved.
Thanks. And the second. Okay, minutes are approved as submitted then. Okay, let's go back. The next thing is the treasurer's report. Ooh, sorry.
Too close.
Too close, too low, whatever. Last year, our ending balance in March 2025 was $25,207.26. If you would like a complete printout of that, we are happy to provide that to you, but in the spirit of not printing off too much paper, we have embedded these documents in the PowerPoint. Happy to provide you the link to those. This will also be posted on the website. If you have any questions, we are, we're not sophisticated enough to cheat, let me just tell you. Pardon?
Where does that?
Other way.
The next item on the annual meeting is the report of our financials, and I'll turn that over to Chip Willis. You knew it was coming.
I didn't know it was coming that quick.
Turn this down just a little bit, I think. Well, there are a few highlights that I made, and I put them,
And there you.
Wait a
a few highlights, some that are, test,
Yeah.
like that. More. You want more? More? Okay, how's that? Is that better? Okay. A couple of highlights from last year. My telephone's in the chair. This is a very informal organization. A couple of highlights. This sheet will be posted so that you can look at it. But anyway, coming down on my left-hand side, your left-hand side. Anyway, Pizza Palooza, we cleared $5,359.12.
How's that compared to previous year?
Sorry.
On the Sister City potluck, we were in charge of that, and so I don't know how it happened. Well, we brought in, everybody paid like $25 or so to get in there, and then we divvied up took out our expenses and divvied up the proceeds. We came out of there with $1,100. I don't understand that. Anyway, we need to do that more often.
You didn't have to pay rent.
There, say again?
You had to have it here because of the roof.
Yeah,
fell
yeah,
over
well,
and those
yeah,
floods and the rest.
the roof fell in over there. Anyhow. Oh, I know, and that was one of the reasons I think that we didn't have to pay for some stuff. So anyhow, and then we did La Befana in January 26th, and that cost us about $175. So Shoot and Die Down, Smoke Clear Away, we brought in with everything between, oh, one other thing I want to point out is on membership fees paid up there, it's the second line down. We've been running around $4,000 a year in membership. And a little bit of this happens, people pay, for this coming year at the end of last year, so anyhow, so we got like $3,900 there in membership fees. So a total of, we brought in $22,700, just all the scrambling around that we did. Anyway, we sent artists to Este in the spring of 26, so spent $1,700 there, and
Not 26.
25. I have a typo there, yeah.
26 is now.
Right, it was 25, I'm looking at the dollar sign, I think I'm just. Okay, send me a note in the mail. And, we did a trip to, the Kennedy Center, it cost us about $500, and we had some expenses with the lectures providing wine and one thing and the other. So, I'll put this into, programming and education and like that, so you can see those items there. And then, going into, our fundraising expenses, it shows you we paid, it cost us about $9,000 to put on Pizza Palooza. And, then, La Befana was $2,400. So, you saw it cost us $175, so almost broke $900 in expenses on the Sister City potluck. So, pretty much that's all things of any consequence. Back up under administrative expenses, which is $4,800 is sort of a nut to keep this thing running. The big ones are insurance for board of directors. In the past, they've been running us, year before last, runs around $1,500, and I talked to our insurance agent, and we did some changing around, still have the same quality insurance, different provider, so we cut it down to $820. PO box rent keeps creeping up, it's almost $300 now. And then, over here on the left, you see facility rental down here at the bottom, $2,400. We pay $1,200 a year to rent the space at 906 Caroline Street in the alley behind St. George's Church, where we keep all our junk. And as it just happened that, we weren't exactly prompt on the rent payment, so they both fell in the same year. So it's only $1,200. So we do what we can. Anyway, so when the shooting died down, the smoke cleared away, we still have $25,800 and 29 cents in the bank, plus some memberships that came in, and there's a few memberships in PayPal that came in after February 28th accounting. So we're right at $26,000. Any questions? I have no answers. Yes.
Am I reading it correctly that our Pizza Palooza expenses were $9,300?
Yeah.
And we netted 5,300?
No, we grossed, where'd it go? We grossed 14,173.
Right, so our net was 5,400.
Yeah.
5,359.
Yes.
Okay. How does that compare to the previous year?
Previous year Pizza Palooza.
Rained out.
Well, the previous year.
Yes, previous year we brought in 11,000, and the previous year Pizza Palooza cost us, so we about broke even. That was when we got rained out.
Okay.
And
But it is 5,400, like 5,300, is that kind of standard?
yes, 45 to 55, something like that. Frankly, a big piece of Pizza Palooza is the guys that go out and get the sponsors.
Yeah.
$250 a whack, and we were able this last time to talk Childrep into giving us $1,000 to be a named sponsor.
So we break even on costs.
Yeah, and the money, and what we make
Yeah.
is sponsorships.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking to you next Okay, any other questions?
Just add an LLC.
There you go.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, boy. See the screen. This is really embarrassing.
Need a box.
Does that work?
Yeah.
This is, and I'm shrinking, believe me. You know, when we moved, well, I'm just gonna go on because I've got some stuff in Pizza that we'll talk about in a minute. So those are the minutes that our wonderful secretary and nitpicking perfectionist detail person, thank you, Kathy Walker has put together. So those are available for your approval, and we will also post them on the website. There's Chip. All right, I'm going the wrong way again. Okay, so our board members who served this past year, let's give a round of applause to our new president, Scott Daniels. It's been a pleasure to work with him, and I think we're in good hands. So in April, we took a bus and went up to what used to be the Kennedy Center for a concert of Italian music with Mendelssohn, and this was a wonderful, wonderful event. I'm hoping that we can do more musical trips to
Other places.
yeah. So April was a musical month. We worked with Fredericksburg Concert Band, who I recommend to you. They are an undersung, underappreciated group here in Fredericksburg, and I think, in my musical snobisms, that they are one of the better performing groups in the area, and they do their concerts for free. They did an international music festival at James Jones High School and invited all the sister cities to come and join in the audience, and also to mount an information table in the lobby. We had lots of people that stopped by. Who wouldn't love it? City potluck, as was previously mentioned, it was supposed to be on April 10th. The Dorothy Hart Community Center had a problem with its air conditioning on the roof. Canceled at the last minute. So we pivoted very quickly and got this room for the next available date, which was in May. And these raucous pictures tell you how boring it was. It was really fun. So all 5 sister cities came together. This was inaugurated by Mayor Catherine Greenlaw when she was mayor of Fredericksburg. 6 or 7 years ago, we have an informal council where we meet once or twice a year to kind of coordinate, to come up with things. This group has fomented, they coordinated with the Artists of Fredericksburg the fundraiser for Ukraine, where we raised $27,000, and my smart treasurer husband held it back till Giving Day in November, and we increased the match point to $74,000. This is not the only thing that we do together as a group, but the potluck has brought us together in creative ways, because we are all interested in international exchange, cooperation, understanding, and as these potlucks have grown, we have grown
in friendship and understanding with these other sister cities. And I look forward to more group participation from the representatives of these sister cities. Sue and Rick Henderson, this was not Este sponsored, but it's relevant. Sue and Rick Henderson rented an apartment in Este for 3 months, April, May, June last year. Sue is a writer, photographer, a musician, just a general, all-around sensitive, creative person. And she took some wonderful pictures, and more about that anon, but it's obvious that she and Rick had a lovely time. This picture here is on the canal on the Este River, which used to be the barrier between Este and them people who wanted to take us over. But it's still a viable canal. You know, I could go on about this canal system from Este to Venice, but anyway, so Sue shared with us some of her journal writing in the newsletters, and I have to tell you, if you have not taken the time to read Jackie Boyce's newsletters to you guys, she does an incredible amount of research and is meticulous in what she's delivering, particularly in Virginia 250. The February newsletter, which is the one that was most recently published, I recommend to you. She sort of surveys all the Italian explorers and the other Italians, architects, artists, and composers who've had an influence in creating American culture. And if you've not read that, you should go back and look at that. She's done an excellent job. Anyway, segueing into our Artist Exchange honorees for this year, this will be our third Artist Exchange honoree program in our 11-year program. This year we are honoring Sue Henderson and Ray Dempsey, both of whom are here tonight. Stand.
How often do you need to take photos of this?
I did. I don't know where my phone is. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so on with that. So our previous exchange artists here are Neil Reed and Del Santo. What?
Kathy Herndon.
Well, wait, let me talk about Neil first. He was first. Anyway, Neil is a famous potter here in Fredericksburg, at Liberty Town, and also in his own studio. And he spent 3 weeks with, Del Santo is the last name, but anyway, they both had tremendous trepidations because they are both introverted, really introverted. We had to convince Neil to accept this invitation, and Del Santo was going, They took one look at one another and knew that it was going to be fantastic, and it was so, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Neil has told me how wonderful it was for him, because he'd never been abroad. He just really wanted to do it. Nobody put pressure on him. He had a bicycle. He could do what he wanted to, and it was a fabulous experience for him. My heart is singing. Our second honoree from Fredericksburg to Este was our own Kathy Herndon. Woo!
Definitely not introverted.
She is she is a visual artist, also a neon artist, and obviously a muralist. And she did this wonderful mural in Este about the desire for peace, and she translated guiding words from Italian to English, and it is on this wall that is not far from the school. So I think that is just wonderful, and it was a thrilling experience. And so
I
now,
have an art show too.
yes, oh yes. Oh yes, she had an art show with a wood sculptor, a photographer who was our exchange artist invitee just before her. I'm not going to go into all this. This is not a history about that. But anyway, it was a wonderful experience, and Este turned out. Este turned out, and it's part of what we do. And this is a passion project for me. So I am thrilled to see it continually succeed. So they have had 3 artists here, and we are now sending our 3rd artist there. I'm thrilled and delighted that this is a duo, both musically and a visual artist. You can read all the recommendations of Sue and Ray here. Anyway, Sue is, the more I know about Sue, the more I know. She's saying, cut it, but she is, we are honored to have her in our community. She has brought so much richness with her. How many countries have you been to?
149.
There you go. Journaled on every one of them, can tell you. I mean, she just, everything she takes informs her artistic vision, and we're so blessed to have them here in our community. So they are our 25-26 honorees. Sue is also going to display photography that she took while she was in Este for those 3 months. Her part of the exhibit is called A Place Called Este. And I understand that people in Este who saw these informally while she was there said, I never looked at my own hometown the way you see it. And I think that is a hearty recommendation. She is exhibiting with a British expat artist who is there in Este, and also with an Italian photographer, and so it's going to be a triple vision exhibit there in Este. And Ray is coming, and Ray and Sue will be giving informal performances, but the main performance will be in their main performance hall. Lord, I wish we had one here. But Sue and Ray have performed for many years the Great American Songbook. So Rodgers and Hart, Gershwin, et cetera, to give a true American flavor to the music that will be presented at this concert. And we have great support in Este in producing this and bringing in other performers. Okay, my husband is looking at his watch. Okay. On June 26th at Fraser Wood, Lord love a duck, they are just wonderful to invite us into their space. This was so much fun. Oh my goodness, this was so much fun. And I have to recommend the people who put it together, our own Pamela Booth, Kina Hingy, Jackie Boyce, Kathy Walker. And what they did was really give a smorgasbord from antipasti and the wines that would blend with that all the way through primi, secondi, and dolce, following each with a recommended wine that would blend. We had a wonderful time. It was just a spectacular evening, and we are very grateful to Fraser Wood for allowing us to use this, as you can see. Pizza Palooza. So we skipped pretty much July and August because nobody can move. September 25th, pizza, beer, and rock and roll. How can you miss in Fredericksburg? We are back in Market Square, where I hope it will be forever. Hildreth is our signature sponsor, and they not only had their signature sponsor banner, but they also brought cornhole, which was a huge hit with the kids, because as you know, this is an all-generation event, and it builds a lot of camaraderie and excitement with the rock and roll, you know, the families come from 5 to 7, and then as they roll out and go home, the adults come for the wine. Lots of fun. We had custom shirts made, I Love Este, with that lovely sage green, so our volunteers could be identified and rewarded. Market Square was filled with fun. We thank all of our volunteers, Marco's Pizza, won Best Pizza, Sam's Pizza and Sons won for Best Alternative Pizza, and Paisano also came. I really like Paisano. I don't know. They usually win, but this time they didn't. But there's always another chance.
Primavera usually.
Yeah, and Primavera too. So more shots of this and the names of our sponsors. And afterward, we get the sweet reward. On October 3rd, we had the volunteer party at Pamela Booth's house on her deck in a beautiful backyard. And we traditionally drink the leftover wine from Pizza Palooza.
Leftover.
We deserve it. And we ordered pizza for the group from the winning pizza parlor. And we sort of thank them and reward them for being participants. So, on to October later in the month. On the 17th, our wonderful Julia Delancey, who is art history professor at Mary Washington. She knows a great deal about Venice, architecture, social life. She specializes in how limited sensory participants in the Venetian society experience Venetian exhibits, music, and that sort of thing. But she also has done extensive research into the evolution of Piazza San Marco, which I think she rightly posits is Venice's stage to the world. To watch the evolution of these buildings. Yes, yes.
I'll make sure it's on.
Yes, no, thank you. Housekeeping. Anyway, she was just wonderful and enlightening, and for those of us who've been there, I think informed our experience in ways that we did not even know were there. So here are some more pictures from that with our wonderful president, Chuck Galliano. Did that wrong. Anyway, greeting folks and sharing in the fellowship. We probably get somewhere between 60 and 90 people to these lectures in the basement of St. George's Church, which I think for Italian culture, I think that's a win, and I think we are well received in that, and we are grateful to St. George's for hosting this. Now, if you don't know about this, you need to mark this, because twice a month, dinner on the second Thursday and lunch on the third Thursday, dinner at Orofino's and lunch at Renato's, we have an Italian conversation class. Bring your 5 new words, work it in. It's just fun, and you do get a flavor. Jackie lived in Italy for several years, and so she's kind of our coach. She is the one that put this together. She is the one who is in charge of our newsletter. She's kind of like this, bring us back to the intellectual center of what we're about. And these are such fun, so I highly recommend them to you. So, second Thursday for dinner at Orofino's, lunch third Thursday at Renato's, and you can email Jackie at the following email at the bottom, and also her telephone number is there. It's also available on our website. There's our wonderful Tim. You must recognize him from Orofino. And there's a wonderful picture of Jackie and us, one of the conversation classes at Orofino, and then I think the other one was at Renato's. Anyway, we have a great time. It's lovely. All you have to do is just say good. On December 13th, the Spotsylvanians, which is a community chorus, presented a similar concert, free, about Christmas around the world. And again, we were invited to put out information about Este and the Italian sister city, and our members turned out for that concert as well. I love the fact that these community groups have tapped into the sister cities. I think it's great exposure for both these groups, both the concert band and the Spotsylvania Community Chorus, and I look forward to more invitations about this. La Befana. So we sort of skip Christmas. Everybody's just overwhelmed. So we go from October, November to La Befana, which is, as you can read, and I'll just keep quiet here while you look at the pictures. It's fun. This is Jack. Where's Jack? He was our life. Stand up, Jack. His nose is showing. Woo! I mean, he goes all out to make this believable. This is also so much fun, and it has become a tradition with this group. And it's gotten to the point now that everybody looks forward to it. People know one another. It's not that early my name is kind of thing. People know one another. The food is great. Renato's treats us like, we belong there, which we do. And it's just a whole lot of fun. Okay? Everybody good? Okay. More of this. So La Befana, the tradition has morphed. Nobody really gets cold, but our friend Pamela Booth had been to Italy, and so she came back with pardon?
I was just saying, I was in Este.
Yeah, so she was in Este, and she knew this was coming up, so the sneaky little thing brought all these penny candies back and put them on the table for us to enjoy. So not only was it a symbolic taste of Italy, but actually a veritable taste of Italy. So you can see here it's well attended, the food is delicious, most of the people are nice. Well, it's just fun. It's just fun. More pictures. I'm heavy on the pictures because I think it's a lovely thing to look at. So I have to call out Pamela Booth, who is membership chair, but is there every time we ask her, saying yes. Pat Boffman, who had to bug out because she has another meeting, but she is constant companion with this group. She's wonderful. Kathy Walker, well, I don't need to say anything. Chip, of course. Scott, her husband. Kathy Herndon, always. I mean, what she does with these decorations from nothing is just astounding. And she knows exactly what to do and where it goes and what it should look like, and she's eager to let you know. And I say that in all sincere thanks because she is a treasure, our Kathy Vernon. You know, I'm there too.
My
So
twin sister came this year.
she did, and
picture at the
she's
bottom.
in several of these pictures. She came and helped and was there from the beginning to the very end, and we're grateful to Christine. So hope we see more of her. Back to the theme of sister cities and what we do together. We are working together with the city of Fredericksburg to participate in Fredericksburg 250. The city held an opening reception for everybody who wanted to find out what was going on in Fredericksburg in coordination with Virginia 250. And we had several of our members who came and participated, and this again is part of this group where we're making connections because of our love and support of international interest, friendship, coordination. So it was a whoops. Oh boy. Oh, God. Anyway, here we are. Lots of fun that night. There's our chuck. So, segueing also, we are often invited to participate in each sister city's signature events. One of those has become a kind of a tradition in Fredericksburg. March 6th is Ghana Friendship Day. Ghana was the first sub-Saharan country to gain its independence. Our own native Pamela Bridgewater was an ambassador to Ghana for 4 years. We also had Ghanaian dignitaries from Washington come down and participate with this. And as you can see, Brenda Martin, who is our city liaison and also as a representative of the city on our board, Chip, me, and O'Teal and Phil Pryor came to this. It was really a wonderful thing. As you can see, Gay Adegbalolo was there with Hashnell Turner. Carrie Devine and former Mayor Mary Catherine Greenlaw were also there. I love to see this organization coming together. They are working to form their own 501c3 and actually become a nonprofit organization, and it's needed. There's a lot of interest. So, as a segue from that, this informal council that we have met last August and looked into doing something together to celebrate Virginia 250, and we came up with the idea to have a series of lectures sort of reversing the lens so that we could look at the German contributions to America, the French contributions to America, the Italian contributions to America, in forming and in shaping who we are as a country. And then there is the obverse of that, how American democracy has helped shape Ghana and has helped shape Nepal. And so we have launched a cultural quilt, Fredericksburg Sister City Countries and their influence on the fabric of America. The library here is a sponsor. The city of Fredericksburg is also a sponsor. And I will direct your attention to that back table where the tip jar is. And also the membership forms, if you haven't paid your dues and would like to join, or you know somebody that would be interested, there are flyers back there which designate all the lectures that are coming up free in this room. John Hennessy did a fabulous job. Our own Deb Newman, who is our media coordinator, master web designer, and right now is videographing this. Yay, Deb. Also recorded John Hennessy's initial introduction, which is on our website. So if you didn't see John's lecture, it's there and available for you. John and I had the pleasure of meeting up with Ted Schubel for Town Talk. His lecture was called Beyond the Ocean Gateway, Immigration in Fredericksburg, and boy did I learn a lot. I learned a lot from this lecture. He's writing a book on this, so he's done a lot of extensive, deep research, not only about the Fredericksburg area, but about America in general, about the power of the immigrants and what they brought to this country. Next up, March 18th, right here, 6:30, Marcel Rotter, who is the German professor at Mary Washington. He and his students have been researching the history of German immigration and cultural influences for the past year. And he and his students are going to do a presentation on their research. Really exciting. One of the things that I learned in talking with Marcel was that of all the immigrants in America, there are more German descendants. It is the primary progenitor country of immigrants in this country. I always assumed it was English. I was wrong. Anyway, interesting. I show this slide with much regret. Odile Pryor, who has been so superb as program chair and has brought lectures and helped in everything, including tonight, is transitioning off this board. And she has been with us for since 2019. And also Pamela Booth, since 2022, has not only been membership chair, but like Odile, she has participated and supported everything from adult exchanges to lavathana to the wine tasting to everything that her talents support. And I want them to stand and come up and let us give them a round of applause for all their talents. Good work.
Just pick them up before you go.
I'm saying goodbye to them as board members, but I'm not saying goodbye to them because I will be in contact. That institutional knowledge cannot just walk out of this door. Okay, we experienced a remarkable year, but what is next for Este? I'm going to give it over to Kathy Walker.
Where'd Kathy go? Did you know you had
Whoop.
me?
There you go.
Okay, I was taking notes as secretary, so wasn't ready.
Are there any questions or comments about what we just saw? Because this is going into the future. Okay. Go for it, Kathy. Coming up very shortly, we hope that everyone will be thinking about hosting an Italian visitor, probably arriving the week of Memorial Day and staying until June 9th. About 12 to 13 people are coming, but we're also not sure whether some of them have been here before or some of them are brand new. We're not sure how many people actually are couples or singletons. So there are quite a few little details that we will be sharing with all of you, particularly those of you who will host a visitor or two in your home. So there is a little piece of paper over on that table
saying if you're willing to host, if you'll please sign up, give me your address, phone number, email, so that I can get back with you when we have more details. But what we're focusing on this time is Americana. This is the 250th anniversary that we're talking about. So we want to do a lot of things with Americana, as far as hot dogs, like a 4th of July picnic, maybe even getting a group together of you guys to teach some square dancing, so we can have a square dance with the Italians when they're here, that we can do a couple other things along that line of teaching them a little bit more about just some American history. Of course, we'll do a lot with Fredericksburg. We'll try to hit some of the other highlights. We'll go to Washington as well. But one of the big things that we'll be celebrating as part of this celebration and part of their visit will be on May 31st. And that is a big celebration of actually Fred Este's 10th anniversary. So we're hoping to have the dignitaries from the city. We know that we will have probably at least one dignitary or two from Este attending. We want to present them an official gift from us to them that they will hopefully display in a very prominent area in Este. We want to commemorate it in a couple other ways as well. So that is a big day. That's a Sunday, May 31st. Please put that on your calendar to come. Exactly, we're not sure where right now, but there are a few. I don't mean to be vague, but it's Italians we're dealing with, right? So we will give you a few more details as they come out. So I'm looking forward to everybody stepping up and helping us, because we want to make it a very special time for everyone who visits with us. And they are delightful people that I think all of us who have hosted or transported them in the past know that this is the way international diplomacy should happen. And so I think that you will enjoy meeting the Italians. Even if you come only to the we will have at least one all-member dinner that we hope that everybody will come so they can meet them and greet them and talk to them. We probably will have another culminating event at the end of their visit here too. So thank you and stay tuned. Woo!
I really do encourage you to think about hosting. It's 2 weeks. You don't have to be on duty all the time. We have carpools, we have other hosts for doing the day trips and that sort of thing. But those personal relationships, when you sit down in the morning over coffee, yes, or you go for pizza after whatever event, or you go to listen to the local band, that's where the heart of what we do is worth every minute of investment. So the sign-up sheet is over there.
It's American diplomacy.
It is American.
Yes.
It is. You know, yes.
What are the dates?
The week of the Memorial Day to June 9th. We're not sure which day during the week of Memorial Day they will be
Right.
arriving.
It's roughly going to be from Tuesday or Wednesday for 2 weeks to Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay. So, you know, I don't.
You know,
My phone is in the car, darn it. But we are also going to invite the representatives from the Italian embassy to come. The mayor will be involved. We will issue a proclamation renewing our sister city relationship with the city. You know, I think there have been some people in Italy who are recalcitrant about coming because of the current situation. It started out being 19 or 20, but it's down to about 12 or 13, 6 of whom have been here before,
roughly 6 of whom have not been here before. But we will accommodate that, and lots of fun. And I'm sort of pre-presenting, but during this time also, Sue and Ray will be presenting their program about their experience in Este during their artist exchange, and more about that event, which I believe is going to be on June 3rd. Stay tuned. But Sue is going to preview that, and if you can, so that's the next part of our program. Okay. This is so back there on that tip table, there are several pieces of paper, one of which is the lecture series flyer, one of which is this artist exchange flyer, membership, and also the Fred Este brochure. Tonight we are launching what we have traditionally done before, and that is a fundraiser for supporting this artist exchange. Traditionally, we have had the artists contribute pieces of their works that will be awarded at an event. And this year is really special because not only is Sue offering several of her high-quality prints from her show, A Place Called Este, but one of the prizes, perhaps the gem, is a 2-hour performance by Ray and Sue of the American Songbook at the event of your choice, which is delightful. I've had Ray and Sue now for Christmas sing-alongs for several years, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Okay, this is the flyer. There is a QR code there. It leads you to the main page of the Este website. If you scroll down, there is a place there where you can contribute to this fund. We are suggesting a donation of $25 for this fundraiser, and it is part of the way that we perpetuate this artistic exchange between Fredericksburg and Este. Sue, I'm going to give it to you now.
There's my
All right.
Well, actually, how do I forward this? Is that?
The down button.
Oh, I got it.
I got it. Got it.
So,
It is Massimo.
Catherine actually asked me to, Rick and I, come on up, Rick,
Yep.
to talk a little bit about some of our experience last year. And we have just a few photos which should give you some idea of what we were up to. So this one starts with our good friend Massimo, who celebrated his 60th birthday. For me, the biggest takeaway from our visit last year was the connection to people. And so my photos for you all here today relate to that. And then Rick had a different spin on his takeaway, so we'll see which picture comes up next. But this was Massimo's 60th birthday. And it was about 5 days after my birthday, so it was quite a fun celebration.
Oh, great.
Bunch of 60-year-olds.
Franco Rubini, some of you may know Franco from his time here as an artist in residence. He's a supreme photographer, but he hosted us for a meal in our first week and allowed me to take pictures in his kitchen, which is ridiculously beautiful, as you might expect. He's got a lot of high-end appliances, but it boils down to really learning about how they cook. And we were blessed to be able to do that with a number of exchanges with people. This is a kind of normal thing. This is probably taken about 10, maybe 11 o'clock at night. People going home. The kids are out. The family's out. She's taking the kids home. They've been running around in the square, riding their bikes, whatever they do. And I just love the way the light was in this particular shot. This happens to be the country home of Marcello and Paola. I believe it was her mother's, maybe her grandmother's home, and they invited us, and Marcello was having a nice conversation with Gina, who is Massimo's wife. So I just love the way that it captures sort of the ambiance of that kind of evening in the summer. This is pretty normal for a weeknight, or for a weekend night. I just thought these 4 girls almost looked like they were on the prowl. I don't know. There was a lot of courting going on between 9 and 11 p.m. on many, many evenings in the summer in Este.
Yes.
But that is the tower that leads to that canal that you would have seen in an earlier photo. We were blessed to be there during their annual photo show, their photo club show, and their photo club not only had a bunch of their photos along the wall in this location, but they had an artist come in and paint someone with all of the iconography of Este. And this girl wandered around town like this for a while, posing in front of all sorts of stuff as an opportunity for the photographers, the local photographers, to interact. So it was really cool to both watch this happen and then later on. Oh, that's a better one, I think. You get an idea. You've got the lion, you've got the tower. Rick.
One of the things that really left a severe imprint on me was the Saturday market. There are 2 squares in Este. For those of you who have been there, you've seen the 2 squares, the large one and the small one. This guy is always there, every Saturday, all day. Now, he sings covers of American songs with a perfect American accent. He does not understand English. I've tried talking to him, he does not understand English, but he's got a perfect accent for every song that he plays. Now, because we were there for 3 months, here is something that we had to learn. Trash, recycle. Oh my. There are 3 bins and 3 cans. So you've got your regular glass and aluminum. You've got your cardboard and paper. You have your compost. And then you have your miscellaneous, doesn't fit for anything else. Now, it is, if you go to any store or in the market, they have different colored bags for each one. There are certain days where they are collected outside your front, outside your home, your apartment, or whatever.
It's really complicated.
Yeah. So basically, I just took all my bags down to this, which is about 100 yards from our apartment, and deposited them once a week, except for the compost. The compost bags compost rapidly. So if you're too slow on your compost, you've got a mess in your bin. Now, this is the Saturday market. I am obsessed with the Saturday market. It is fantastic. You can find anything and everything. Anything and everything. Shirt, pants, shoes, socks. Okay, American. Everything you want to find, you can find at the Saturday market.
Including the compost bags.
Including the compost bags, yes. Now, the 2 squares are segregated as to what they sell in each square. And the side roads, the upper side road next to the clock, and goes off to your right, they sell the cheap stuff. You can get a 6-pack of AA batteries for €1, and they will last for a week. But, like I said, you can get anything and everything at the market. In the small square, this is the food square. Food, all kinds of food. That you can get pork, chicken, beef, sausage. I mean, the food trucks were just lined up one right after another.
Did they have an equine burger?
I don't know, we never looked for an equine burger. We're actually vegan, so the meat thing didn't work for us, but
Yeah.
it was there.
Yeah.
That's what I saw there, but whatever.
And finally, events. It was all about people being out and about. In July, every Thursday night, they do a whole thing. All the shops stay open until 11 p.m. Picture that, Fredericksburg, just imagine that. They all stay open till 11, and they have all these big events. This one happened to be games, and so they brought in some carnival carousel and some carnival bungee and all sorts of things, but one was all about light show. They had one that had a humongous 18-wheeler tractor trailer truck in the middle of the square that was fountains and a water show. So there was something. We got invited. We ran into some people. We were sitting in a bar, and people heard us speaking English to each other and came over and introduced themselves. There are 130,000 expats that are English speaking in the Padua area. A solid 50 meet all the time in Este, and they all said, well, you must come to the opening of the terrace, and we had no idea what they were talking about. And this is the view from the terrace that a German couple have. A terrace that they wait till the weather's nice and then they open. And it's a potluck. Everybody just brings their stuff and hangs out and, you know, chit chats and catches up. So I just really love that view. I was stunned when I saw this view. I was like, where on earth? So I think that's it, Catherine. There you go. Those are our concepts. Stay tuned for this year.
Well, I think you've gotten a flavor for why we love our little Este.
Yeah.
I tell you, the Italians maybe loosely structured, let me generously say, but boy are they fun. And you know, if you invest your time, if you create those relationships, you will be richly rewarded. I think we are very lucky in that Este is so hospitable and welcoming. I love the kinds of programs that we are sharing with one another, and I encourage you not only to become more active, but also to invite your friends.
Yes.
It is, I mean, both on this side of the pond in what we do, and as you see, we do plenty, but also in welcoming them to us, especially in this, our 10th anniversary year. We have a lot of accomplishments and a lot to celebrate. Okay, I'm done.
Thank her for all the hard work she does, because she really keeps this place going here. I mean, she is really the key to this entire organization. One thing I'd like to add, just so everybody knows, mark that on your calendar, September 19th. That's when we're going to have our next Pizza Palooza. We have a new group this year called the Unsuitables. So,
Oh, they're, they were last year.
have anybody heard them?
They were there last, no, wait a minute, they were there with the French group last year, yeah. They're good, yeah, I've heard of them.
You said we have a new group, but we had a new pizza maker.
September 19th.
Anyway, but that's all we have for you this evening. You're more than welcome to have some more wine. Yes, we'll get,
Out in the hall out here, I have a big poster.
come on up, Chip. You're in charge of nominations here. Chip's gonna be, he's our man on nominations, Board of Elections.
We have to do the voting,
Yeah,
don't we?
right, yeah.
Okay.
Do we have any other buddies that want to join?
No, we only actually have two offices to replace, and one is membership, and the other one was Odil's
Program.
programs. And we weren't able to get anybody to sign up for programs, so.
Not yet.
As yet. But Kenna Hengy has volunteered to be our membership person. Yay. So, unless there are any other nominations from the floor for membership, may we have an acclamation of approval that she be our new membership person? I guess, I don't know if Robert's Rules of Order is sundering, but anyway. So that's all I have to say about that. Thank you.
I didn't know if you